Hello, Second Life. I'm Jessica Kiko.
And I'm Zach Haiku. Welcome to ATG Sports Plus, where we bring you the latest and greatest recaps from the world of Second Life sports.
Tonight's headline is a record-breaking story from the FBA GP1 Bay Isle Grand Prix. Sal Markov didn't just race, he redefined speed for La Honda, claiming victory at the fastest lap.
Then we're stepping into the ring. The MGM Grande Arena gears up for an epic battle this Sunday at GWFC 22 The Resurge. The spotlight is on the much-anticipated fight between Barry's Richie Noriega and Pablito McCackerly.
And despite some technical hiccups in Second Life, the cycling community pedaled on. They turned a grid glitch into a celebration of sport, with Morticia Velota sprinting to the week's fastest lap at the Paris track.
All this and more served up on tonight's edition of ATG Sports Plus. Let's get started.
What a spectacle it was at the SRL German Grand Prix in Nuremberg. Cole Dallas seized the top podium spot Monday night, with Kathleen Spitfire and Taylor Arello not far behind. Such an electrifying event.
That's right, Jessica. Taylor had the pole position, yet it was Cole who turned in the fastest lap. And the thrill ride isn't over. The series races towards the Gepardo Speedway next.
Shifting gears to the SRL Indy Pro overall standings, Cole Dallas is at the front with 189 points, but with Taylor Arello at 184 and Kathleen Spitfire at 171, it's a blistering chase.
Over in the SRL Premier Series at Phoenix, Rachel Cole notched her inaugural win, leaving Kathleen Spitfire and Christina Curtao in her wake. Rachel didn't just win, she also clocked the fastest lap and snagged Rookie of the Race honors.
Rachel Dallas is commanding the Premier Stock standings with a strong 213 points. Kathleen Spitfire is in pursuit, with Morticia Velota not far behind. The championship battle is truly heating up.
And the SRL Super Trucks didn't disappoint in Phoenix, delivering throttle-heavy thrills. Kathleen Spicy clinched the first race with Gypsy Karma and Mason Rainier trailing. Gypsy Karma then grabbed the spotlight in the second, claiming victory.
Looking ahead, Zach, the SRL Indy at Gepardo Speedway gears up for Monday, followed by the SRL MD on Tuesday, and later the SRL Super Trucks take the stage.
Don't miss out on Thursday, SRL Dirty Thursday, featuring the Dirt Late models. And on Saturday, the SRL Premier Series is set to dazzle at the Ring of Speed in Ratliff. Race enthusiasts, brace yourselves for a full throttle week.
Absolutely, Zach. With every event lined up, it's guaranteed to be a rush of adrenaline. Keep it locked here for the latest in SRL racing excitement.
What a race weekend at the Bay Isle Grand Prix, Jessica. Sal Markov has made history for La Honda with a stellar performance, clinching both the win and the fastest lap.
Right you are, Zach. Markov's lead in the Drivers' Championship, now by a mere point, is riveting. Bay Isle Raceway, with its 13 corners, was where Nicole Dallas set the race lap record last year, but this year it was all about Markov.
In qualifying, Valky Skylicker barely missed out of the top spot in qualifying 1 with a lap time of 34.528 seconds. Amy Blueberry was hot on the heels with a minimal 80 millisecond gap.
Bakira Restrepo turned the tables in Q2, laying down a blistering 34.311 seconds. That set the stage for an intense final qualifying where Markov took the lead.
Speaking of the race, Skylaker surged from 6th to 2nd, and let's not forget Kira Restrepo, who also had a fantastic drive, finishing 3rd.
In the teams battle, Carmona GP1 is at the top of the Constructors' Championship with 46 points, followed by La Honda and Hiss.
Driver stats are just as tight. Valky Skylaker is 2nd in the Drivers' Championship, trailing Markov by a single point, with Emmy Blueberry in 3rd. The podium is anyone's game this season.
It's shaping up to be a thrilling season, Zach. Can't wait to see how it all unfolds.
Absolutely, Jessica. We got our eyes on the tracks and the points tables. Every race should change the game.
Equestrian enthusiasts, mark your calendars. The Sporting Elegance kicks off at Briarwood for some show jumping with Crow on Wednesday, January 31st from 10 to 11 in the morning.
That's right, Jessica. And for those looking for a bit of spontaneity, pop-up events with Cinder is the place to be on Thursday, February 1st from noon to 1 p.m. It's an exciting mix of learning and competition with ribbons for participants from 1st to 10th place.
Then saddle up for Maple Leaf Fun Time on Saturday, February 3rd from 1 to 2 p.m. It's an electric hour of activities perfect for horse lovers of all levels from beginners to advanced.
Each event promises its own unique flair, Jessica. Whether it's the precision of show jumping or the community spirit of Maple Leaf, there's something for everyone.
Indeed, Zach, these events showcase the versatility and the joy of equestrian sports. Can't wait to see who leaps to the top this week.
Let's cast the line over to the NO fishing game competitions this week. It looks like the competition for the heaviest squid is on, and it's quite the catch, Jessica.
You're right, Zach. The scales are tipping with a total weight of 90.16 pounds so far. This competition is still open, so anglers have a chance to reel in the lead.
It's important to note that these competitions are run by the hosting parties themselves, so make sure to check the rules and stay updated.
And for those participating, a heads up, the database has been reset earlier today, which means everyone's starting fresh on this one.
That's the latest from the NO fishing game competitions. Tight lines and good luck to all the competitors out there.
MGM Grande Arena is the place to be this Sunday, February 4th for GWFC 22 The Resurge, kicking off at 3 p.m.
Fight fans are in for a treat with a lineup that's as electric as it gets. Cyrus Feldwood will go toe-to-toe with Ace Nagasi Casanova in what's expected to be a battle of sheer will.
And there's the kickboxing match between Laria Trevita and Sugar Ray Lee. Technique and tenacity will be on full display.
Antonio Mack squares off against Jay Styles, too. Both fighters are known for their dynamic fighting styles.
Then the main event, Barris Richie Noriega versus Pablito Mackerly. It's the Grande Championship bout, and the stakes couldn't be higher.
To add to the anticipation, ATG Sports Plus will feature interviews with these gladiators of the ring on their next show before the matches.
So mark your calendars. This Sunday, the MGM Grande Arena is where all the action will be at GWFC 22.
Exciting times in the world of sports, Jessica. Let's talk about that incredible football game. A real showcase event, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely, Zach. The Cowboys and the Eagles went head-to-head in a thrilling match. The energy was palpable.
And what a game it was. The Cowboys, despite a strong showing, just couldn't clinch it, losing to the Eagles with a close score of 40-42.
It's games like these that keep the fans on the edge of their seats. Both teams displayed remarkable skill and determination.
That's right. We're looking forward to see more from the world of football this season. Dirt bike racing enthusiasts rev your engines. On January 26th, the scene was all about testing new limits and gears.
That's right, Zach. At 6 p.m. Second Life time, racers took to the Fast House SX track, putting the new Pro version bikes through their paces.
And the excitement didn't stop there. Riders also had the first crack at the Anaheim 1 replica track. With no fly walls, it was a true test of skill and bike control.
It's clear the dirt bike racing scene is gearing up for a thrilling 2024 comeback. These tests are just a taste of the adrenaline-fueled action we can expect.
Indeed, Jessica, with new bikes and tracks, the dirt bike racing world is revving up for an exciting season ahead.
Wrestling fans, gear up for a slam-packed week starting with OAW Ascension at Taquita Bay, Sunday at 10 a.m. Second Life time. The Renegade faces Stone in a heated grudge match.
Later that day, 3 p.m. Second Life time, a VWE Sunday Night Endurance hits the Capital City Arena, followed by Honor Pro Wrestling Oblivion at Parkade at 5 p.m.
And we can't forget UFW Frontline wrapping up Sunday's action at 7 p.m. Second Life time over at Furzona.
As we body slam into Monday, UFW Unbroken takes the ring at Furzona at 5 p.m., with FWF Blood stirring up the studio FWF at 7 p.m.
Tuesday's takedowns begin with BCW's Battle Zone at Blackburn Theater at 3 p.m. and Honor Pro Wrestling Infinity steps into the Percade at 2 p.m.
Midweek mayhem on Wednesday with Primal Wrestling at The Bunker, starting at 7 p.m. Second Life time.
Then DAW Amplified turns up the volume Thursday night at 6 p.m. Second Life time at DAW Melee Mall.
Friday's fights feature DCWF Slam City at 2 p.m. in Little Italy, VWE Friday Night Defiance at 6 p.m. in Capital City Arena, and UFW Nightfall at 8 p.m. in Furzona.
Saturday showcases Elite Angel Wrestling at Sacred Island at 4 p.m., WPWF Asylum at Sky High Arena at 6 p.m., and FCW Mayhem Night at 7 p.m. at the FCW Arena.
From top rope thrills to canvas chills, it's a week not to be missed in Second Life Wrestling.
Attention all wrestling aficionados, get ready for a rundown of the most thrilling outcomes from this week's Second Life Wrestling showdowns.
Oh, for sure, Jessica. From breathtaking aerial feats to jaw-dropping takedowns, this week delivered unforgettable excitement in the ring.
Wrestling action continues to intensify at OEW Ascension. Last week, we saw chaos unfold when Skillix broke into the Superstar Gym.
That's right, Jessica. The aftermath left BK Tigerfish's motorcycle in shambles, with fingers pointing at Paul Slater as the culprit.
Meanwhile, Jenny Mulkey and Brittany, our production manager, can't seem to get on the same page, adding more tension backstage.
And in a shocking revelation, Lex Umaga is now managing Bannock Og. The dynamics in OEW are shifting, Jessica.
They sure are, Zach, and let's talk about the main event. The Renegade finally goes head-to-head with Stone in a highly anticipated match.
Plus, the lineup includes Chase Knox versus KJ Dallas, Daisy Sue versus Mizu Sayuri, and Lilith Adamus versus Abigail.
Also, we'll catch up with Karen Winter's therapy sessions with Dr. Rich and celebrate with Leah Duffield as she honors the first ever Employee of the Month.
So you know what to do. Make sure to tune in this Sunday at 10 a.m. Second Life time for all the action-packed drama OEW Ascension is known for. Studio FWF was absolutely electrified this Monday with FWF Blood bringing the heat.
The night kicked off with Rocco Raclown and his sidekick Lupo the Clown Wolf laying out a challenge for a rematch against the aerial ace Space Vic.
And how about Maynard von Schnauzer's email response? He set the stage. If Lupo can take down the chosen wrestler, he gets his rematch. Plus, a twist from Venus Mask, now with a shot at the FWF Women's Championship.
The action roared on with Axel Grease facing off against Angel. After a high-octane clash, it was Angel who clinched the victory with style.
Then, Lupo the Clown Wolf brought the circus to the ring against Natalie Foe. Despite Natalie's strategy, Lupo's antics sealed the deal for their rematch with Space Vix.
And in our main event, the Indomitable Venus Mask went to head-to-head with Sophia Nakamura for the number one contender spot.
Nakamura unleashed a horror show, but Venus Mask's resilience shone through, scoring a surprise roll-up and earning the title shot.
What a night it was, Zach. FWF Blood continues to deliver the thrills. We can't wait to see what's next. Let's dive into the results from VWD Defiance on January 26th. The energy was high and the competition fierce, Zach.
Oh, absolutely, Jessica. The opening bout saw Marcy Sass Schaefer go head-to-head with Karen Wilson, with Marcy clinching the win.
Then we had Dominic Carson taking on Taylor Crisis. In a match that showcased both competitors' will to win, it was Dominic who emerged victorious.
In a non-title clash, Maxwell Ryan faced off against Dylan Mattel in a bout that had everyone on the edge of their seats, with Maxwell taking the win.
The action didn't stop there. Danny stepped into the ring with Sybil Halsey. In a hard-fought match, Danny secured the victory.
And for the main event, the WWE World Heavyweight Championship was on the line. Champion Cody Howley defended his title against challenger Morgan Jones.
Cody proved why he's at the top, overcoming Morgan to retain the World Heavyweight Championship. What a night for VWE Defiant, Zach.
Oh, it sure was, Jessica. Every match delivered, and the champions showed why they hold their titles. Can't wait to see what's next in the WWE ring. WPWF Asylum was a whirlwind of action this past week, Jessica. The opening match was nearly derailed by Lady Death's assault on Abigail Katsu.
That's right, Zach, but the match went on, and Cassidy St. Navala capitalized on the chaos, securing a win over Abigail in an unexpectedly short bout.
Then we saw Samantha Foxy and Vena the Kraken Gupiuda go head-to-head. Samantha emerged victorious with her Protocol Sigma finisher after an impressive display of varied techniques.
Rina Kadoya and Chihiro Fujioka faced off next. Despite Chihiro's promising start, Rina's Red Sun maneuver sealed the deal for the world champion.
In a shocking turn, Soledad's quest for a title shot was dashed when Rhee interfered, leading to Joanne Steele's win by disqualification in an unscheduled match.
The drama didn't end there. Carmelita Marcel verbally lashed out at Karma, setting the stage for an intense cousin warfare in our unscheduled main event.
The main event delivered an all-out brawl between Carmelita Marcel and Mazur Baxton. The fight spilled out of the ring, only to have Karma's star intervene, leading to a disqualification.
In an unexpected twist, Carmelita and Marza united to take down Karma, leaving fans in total shock as the night came to a close.
Asylum indeed, Jessica. Every match had us on the edge of our seats. WPWF never disappoints.
Zach, this week in Second Life Wrestling World was something else, wasn't it? We saw it all, from the high flyers to the ground and pound grapple masters. Each bout was a unique display.
Certainly, Jessica. It's the blend of athleticism and narrative that keeps wrestling so enthralling. The sheer variety we witnessed this week was a real crowd pleaser.
And the best part is the action just keeps rolling. Wrestling is the gift that keeps on giving, full of twists and turns, and I can't wait to see the next chapter.
Indeed, Jessica. Whether it's a comeback that defies the odds or an upset that no one saw coming, the fans are guaranteed the spectacle. The suspense of what's next. Well, that's the magic of wrestling.
In the world of Second Life Cycling Federation, despite a grid issue that took the official races off the schedule on January 27th,
the cyclists pedaled on for fun. Jessica, hosted by Robin Lobo, the riders took on practice races with a special guest, Leviathan Linden.
For the 10-lap race, Candy Tomorrow pedaled into first place with a Sean Carlucci 7 resident close behind and Morticia Velota rounding out the top 3.
Then in the first 5-lap sprint, Sean Carlucci 7 resident claimed the top spot, followed by Jakima resident and Candy Tomorrow taking third.
And in the second 5-lap dash, Candy Tomorrow regained the lead, Alistar Snook snagged second, and Alliance ATL resident came in third.
Let's not forget the fastest laps of the week at the Paris track. Morticia Velota set the pace with a blistering lap, followed by Make a Mermaid and Geraldine Ashby.
It's been a week of friendly competition and quick turns. The cycling community continues to thrive, race or no race.
And that's the final whistle for tonight's show. I'm Zach Haiku.
And I'm Jessica Kiko. Thank you for joining us on ATG Sports Plus.
We've seen history made on the racetrack, fierce battles lined up in the ring, and unwavering spirit on all sports.
Remember, the world of Second Life Sports never sleeps, and neither does our passion for bringing you every heart-pounding moment.
Stay tuned for more sports stories, recaps, and the thrills of virtual competition.
Until next time, don't forget to keep the ball rolling on the virtual field.